Hello viewers, you've been asking us why are we not bringing the real estate people to you to show you what they are doing. And the first thing that we check is credibility, do a diligence, and for us when we introduce somebody to you is because we know this is somebody you can trust into the market. So today viewers, we have Nyota Njema. He's going to be speaking to us on Diaspora Speak to tell us what product has he got, what put him into this agenda of putting up a real estate company, and also what things can you do to become a very sharp investor in Kenya in real estate. So for you in the diaspora, if you have a question, make sure that you also ask those questions, because at Ukentv, we are bringing you your solutions. Investing in Kenya needs you to find the right partners. And Nyota Njema, let's hear from him today. Make up your mind, is he the right partner for you? Wherever you're in the diaspora, engage.
Poverty and shame. And therefore, if you are desiring to become a wealthy person to leave an inheritance to your children and children's children, you must be disciplined from the point of starting. Some of us have started working recently. Others have worked for many years. I am here to tell us all, the little or the much you are getting, you can as well invest regardless of the proportion. If you invest the little, you are disciplined to investing a percentage of your income. Even when you have a lot of money, you'll still be able to invest a percentage of that income. How I pray that we can think out of the box, to think big. And I always challenge my team in the office. They know this quote all through. I say the difference between thinking big and thinking small is still thinking. You are thinking either way, whether you are thinking big or you are thinking small, you are still thinking. The only thing you need is to challenge your mind to think big and get bigger results, as opposed to thinking small and getting diminishing results.
I just want to challenge you guys, start speaking good things about our country. And when you come for holidays, show them the good places of our country. Maybe the political atmosphere is not the best, but you can show them that there is investment opportunities. The things we go to see in Turkey, the things we go to see in Portugal, are the things we want to bring in Kenya, so that people can feel Kenya is a hub of tourism. Show them the positivity, because I believe you represent the face of Kenya. I believe I represent the investors in Kenya. And all of us, together we can make our generation, because I'm in that generation of people who say, I have nothing to do with Kenya. I'm telling them you have everything to do with Kenya. Because you have seen things happening in different countries. A president may come in, or a prime minister may come in and decide, you know what, you guys, there was Brexit, now we have Africa exit. My name is Perminus Kariuki. I happen to be the founder of Nyota Njema Real Estate. Not a very old company. We are now in our fifth year of our business. A business that I have seen grow from scratch. I quit employment in 2019 and I have been running the company since then. And I have seen it grow from a small company with 2 employees to now a company with more than 25 employees directly and more than 50 indirectly because of the job that we do. So I'm happy to have seen the impact that we have caused. Starting from Kenya alone, today now we are in different countries. At least we are represented in so many countries, because God has also given us opportunities to serve Kenyans across board. How we started? Yes. I saw some one day in a newspaper, somebody said, there was a front page cover that billions had been swindled by a Kenyan company in the real estate sector. And I wondered, I am in the real estate sector. How long will this evil continue prevailing when you're doing nothing? Yes. Because my belief is evil prevails when good people do nothing. And if you do something, even if it is small, it will be recognized, because one day people will realize that he has been doing the small thing consistently, and now they can believe with them for big. And then the other question was, if people could believe in somebody with more than 1 billion Kenya shillings, it means there's need to invest. The opportunity is there, but the right people are the ones that were missing. So I said, can I provide myself as an opportunity, as a provider of the solution? Because the best business, I was advised by somebody, is where you're providing a solution to people's problem. The people's problem in this case, people are looking for trusted companies, people who can deliver and keep their word. And therefore, we came on board, and thank God, I got the name through a dream again. Nyota Njema came as a dream. Arise, shine, for your light has come. I needed to arise in my industry and shine, because I believe that it's our time to be in the industry leadership. So since that time, I formed the company in 2019, 2nd of December, And through that, we have been able to grow from one small project to many that I'll be telling you as we go along.
That was amazing. That's a good introduction. I think for me, my biggest question first and foremost, a young man like you decide to walk away from your job to take a risk in real estate.
Yes.
That was not an easy decision.
Definitely.
And you're a young father.
Definitely. Actually,
wow. Tell us, because a lot of us are stuck in jobs where we could actually really do the same risk. But yeah, what really drove you to go and leave your secure income and actually start the business?
Honestly speaking, I didn't start the business because I had money. I didn't start it because I had a lot of I had a lot of support from anybody. I started because I had passion for it, and I believe passion attracts money. Because when you do something with a lot of passion, with a lot of dedication, like you are doing in the face of Kenya and the other places that you read, it's because you don't do it majorly because of money, but money follows passion. And therefore, I saw there's an opportunity that people weren't trustworthy people. Since I was born, I've never stolen even a kifungo. So that means I saw an opportunity. If I have never stolen something, I don't think the real estate sector will make me steal. And therefore, if I can be able to deliver, it will give me credibility to many people and many others. At the same time, what you don't know, the same year I left employment, I was 2 months in marriage. So it was also a double risk because my wife knew me when I was driving a big car in a good job, and all these things were working out for me as a young man. Then I'm here, I decided to go my own way and decide to run Njema. But one thing I was sure is that God had assured me that Njema is going to be a good star in the industry. It may not be easy, but it's going to be doable. And therefore I knew even if I go out there with a lot of expectations, as far as God is on my side and I'm doing the right thing, I know everything else shall follow. So I started through that, and when I went for 6 months without any business, because actually for 6 good months I made zero business. I was really suffering, eating into my savings, and here my wife was studying with me. I really respect her because if she was not so serious, she would have gone away because I was really down financially. But again, my dream was so big. And there's a quote in my office.
When the passion is clear. Yeah.
There's a quote in my office and also in my house,
Yes.
which every time I wake up, I see it. Every time I go to my office, my team knows it. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Mine would scare me, I would tremble, I would get shaken, seeing myself going to countries, meeting Kenyans in stadiums, meeting them and speaking about investment opportunities, not only for my real estate company, but to help our African continent. And therefore my vision became, our vision is to provide integrated real estate investment opportunities in Africa and beyond. So mine was not only for Kenya, but I saw a bigger dream for Africa. And yet, I'm yet to get to Africa, but I know I'm going there soon because I have the advantage of age. And therefore, as a young person, again, I was not fearing to try because we have the advantage of time. Even if I try and it fails, I'll have said, at least I did it. Even if it didn't work, I gave it my best. And therefore, when I went into the business, I got quite stressed a bit.
Yes.
As I said, for 6 months, zero income, nothing coming on. I'm depending on sometimes my wife to come with food from wherever she was working so that I can be able to survive. Therefore, after 6 months, I remember we were doing a business meeting in Intercon, and I happened to only volunteer myself as a committee member because I didn't have money to pay for the conference. So I said, I have time. So I volunteered to be there, and then I told them, because we are volunteering, can we have our logos displayed? So in the conference, which had 600 CEOs, my logo of Njema was going around as one of the sponsors. Literally, they know I had not contributed any money but time.
You contributed time.
But you know, time is also money.
Yes.
So anyway, that is how I got my visibility start coming to be realized. Then guys were asking, where are your land?
Yes.
When we were still there, my wife texted me and told me, babe, stima na maji zimekatwa. I'm seated at the high table because I was doing the vote of thanks.
Yes.
And obviously it crushed me. I felt like I'm going to give up. Am I doing the right thing? I
Yes.
quit a good job. I was a GM, so I was earning good money. I was in a corner office. You know, everything good was on my way.
Yeah.
And therefore, when this happened, I got stressed up. And obviously, I got the migraine headache.
Yeah.
Tried to take coffee, some painkillers, because I remember I'm still the one to do the vote of thanks at the end of the conference. Seated here with my billionaire friends who are we are discussing about how to make a vote. How to make billions.
Yes.
And I remember one of the people I was sitting with is the CEO of Centum. Dr. Moria.
Yes.
He was a keynote speaker that day. So I was sitting in the same table. We are discussing about the economies, the way the financial status is of the country. And at this time, they don't know my house has been closed or has been locked because I don't have enough rent.
Yeah.
But the confidence that I put on, nobody will know. So I walked out to take some coffee and take the medicine. And then somebody came and I told him on the face, boss, my house has been closed when you're here. He asked me how much I needed and he told me, go sit down, I'll sort you out.
Wow.
And that's how I came back to realize people could believe in me, even if things were, all nature was working against me. This time round, my mom, nobody in my whole family knew that I had quit my job. Because I knew I can only pursue my dreams when I'm pursuing them between me and my wife. Because if I tell the third party, it may not be ending up
Sometimes
so well.
you keep it to the nucleus.
Nuclear, yes. You have to make it to the nucleus. And therefore,
Oh, but seriously speaking, now look at that. You're coming from such a downer.
yeah.
And within a short time, you've turned the market. In fact, those plots you're selling now somewhere in the UK and everywhere else,
Yeah.
you managed to bring a product in the market and guys are like, kumbe we can actually afford this because the prices that had been brought to the United Kingdom or to another part of the diaspora was too high.
That's true.
How did you manage to turn around that bit of getting diaspora products that is quality for them but also affordable for them? How did you get to that point?
To start with, I didn't tell you, I studied finance in school. And financing models are created by people like me and others. So whenever I saw an opportunity, the reality is our economies in Kenya and also across the world doesn't allow lump sum payments. It allows installment payments, which attracts more people, as opposed to having a few people who are paying in lump sums or in cash. And therefore, when I saw this, I saw the opportunity therein, such that if I am able to provide a product to capture a larger number of people, it will be better than getting 10 people who are paying 500,000 every month to give me 5 million. At the same time, if I have 250 people paying me 20,000 every month, I still have 5 million.
5 million.
But the beauty about the 250, when I serve them and deliver to them, they become my greatest ambassadors. So everybody will come with at least 1 or 2 people.
The growth.
So by the end of it, I'll have more people. And you know, business is people. Business is not the money that you get at the moment. The money will come and go because whenever you get any coin, you have how you have planned to be or budgeted it to be used. But when you have people, you cannot diffuse them into the use that you have. You don't know how much Janet will buy today.
Yes.
Today she might buy 1 plot, but tomorrow she may be promoted and get to buy 4 plots.
Yes.
The same Janet has her friends, and everybody has a network of people. And as they say, your network is your network. So I'd rather have quality number of networks, which will end up giving me quality business, not for short term, because I'm not a short term business owner. I believe in a going concern for the longevity, and I've been challenged by the Indians. I can leave this business to my own children, because I believe we should leave a worthwhile legacy to our generations. And therefore, for me, I have been pushed to ensuring that I look at the futuristic of the business. So if I can have as many people, if I have 10,000 Kenyans who have invested with us, believe you me, by the time I'm 40, because I'm still far from 40, by the time I'm 40, I'll have more than 40,000 people, because everybody will have brought me 4 people through their networks.
Yes.
And those 40,000 people will be speaking about Nyota Njema. So by directly or indirectly, they'll be able to give me a positive impact across the world, where Nyota Njema can be the go-to company when people are looking to, among the best companies to invest with, they should be seeing my name there. And therefore, the desire to be excellent, and there's a verse that motivates me, Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a man who excels in their work? They not dine with they dine with kings.
Yes.
They not dine with obscure men.
Yes.
I believe I should not dine with an obscure man, because I should be excellent in whatever I'm doing. So from my pricing, from my payment plans, from my delivery, I remember when I came to the UK, the first time I delivered a title deed here, people told me we have been getting titles but through DHL.
Yes.
I was the first person to bring the title in person, and they were very impressed, and that really shocked many
Respecting the
people.
customer.
Because I need to create a relationship. In most cases, we are always trying to create a transactional relationship, transactional business. I believe in the relational business. Today you may not buy because your your finances are not working out. But if I make you feel important to me, I know you'll end up becoming my best customer tomorrow when the money is there. Because you see me not as a hunter from your money. I'm not getting the money from your pocket through scrupulous means. I'm making sure I make you feel worth. so that that investment becomes your greatest investment and joy. I've seen people cry when I give the title deed. You see them cry, and it makes me inspired because I am honoring and I'm delivering what I promised them.
Yes.
Number two, I also decided to make sure that whatever I promise somebody is realistic. I know I can process the title within a month. I know I can process it in 2 weeks, but I decided everything I promise must be within the confines of the law. So I tell you, I'll give you a title in 90 days. Good example, there are clients who invested with us in June when I was going back to Kenya. And when I was coming back to the UK in beginning of August, I came with their titles because they were lucky to find I was processing another bunch of titles. So I just put theirs in there, and they were able to be processed within a month. But if I had to promise them that I would do it in a month, then it takes 6 days or 90 days. I'd be lying. So I think honesty has also helped us a lot. And more importantly, being a digital guy, because I did finance with IT from Maseno University, I decided to make sure that I'm going to digitize my business. So from our CRM systems, I have now an app which you can download on App Store or Play Store. It's just called Nyota Njema Real Estate. And as a customer, you can monitor your statements. You don't have to call me to ask me, how is my balance? You just go to your app. When you log into the app, you're able to see the statements. And then if you want to pay, you don't have to call our office to ask for the account or go back to your documents to check the account number. You click there and pay. When you click pay now, it asks you to put a person number that you want to pay from. Then you put the amount, and once you click on it, you don't get to ask for the pay bill number. You don't ask any other question. It gives you an STK push.
Wow.
Put in your PIN and pay.
Wow.
And once you do that, in 10 minutes, it refreshes and your account balance gets reduced. So this gave us an award last month, in the month of July, by the Star Bloods. We were given the most digitized real estate company in Kenya. And I know we'll get more awards going forward because I believe in bringing intellectual capacity together, or what we call artificial intelligence and intellectual capacity together, so that we can give a product to Kenyans and to the world. Because as I said, Nyota Njema started in Kenya.
Seamless.
But you're not going to be only in Kenya. Our desire is to have a company that is represented in the whole Africa, because Africa is the icon of the future.
And everybody's looking into Africa.
Yeah, so I cannot run away from my continent. So as far as we are in Kenya, the opportunities in DRC, I've gone to Uganda. I saw the opportunities in Uganda. I was in Arusha. I saw the opportunities in Tanzania. And let me tell you, just watch this space. Because Nyota Njema is not meant to just be a local company. My desire is to serve all the countries by making sure we customize the products, making sure we meet the needs, and also we take care of the cash flows that are in the economy.
I was going to ask, really, with all that you're doing, and mostly you deal with selling plots and land. Are you looking into expanding to other avenues in real estate? Because I haven't heard you talking about houses and stuff like that. Or do you just want to stay on that lane?
Every market, there is an entry point. Why I chose the land selling business is the easiest in terms of relationships. I only need to have you as my customer, or on the other side I have person X who is selling me the land, and on the other side I have the government of Kenya. Those are 4 relationships. To manage that is very easy. So with a small capacity, you can be able to make sure the land you buy is legit. I do my due diligence right, and my team help me in that. The legal team that I have helped me in that. Number 2, I ensure the government process is followed to the letter, so that I don't have any issues with the government. And finally, to the customer, I ensure that you are getting a clean product so that you become my greatest ambassador. That was the secret I realized. Instead of having everything happening at the same time, I have jeopardized my capacity by doing so many things. And being a man is limited. Yes, Kipchoge said no human is limited. But I can tell you, a man is limited. You can only do too much within the 24 hours you have in a day. But when you duplicate that and you are able to do, like now the land selling business, for me is efficient. I know the process from A to Z. So now I can bring in another product. And for your information, some customers have approached us, and already I'm doing some apartments from some customers from Dubai, and another one from here in the UK.
So you're partnering now?
Now we partner with, actually it's their own land. They tell me, Perminus, can you develop for me this land? I come on board and I decide, you know what, it's never that serious. What you need is a proper system. So I'm coming up with systems that can help me to ensure that I deliver to the customer what they are looking for. So we are introducing the project management aspect, where I've put together a team of architects, engineers, QSs, and also all the contractors, people who can build, and then we pay them on certificate. Because that is the only way to ascertain that quality is enhanced. So when you construct, you're not constructing with my customer's money. You construct with your own money, and we pay you when the QS ascertains that the work done is commensurate to the amount that you deserve to be paid. And that is how I'm trying to work on it. It's still in the final stages,
yes.
But I believe from the one project that I'm doing with the first client, we broke ground actually end of July. So I'm happy to see it grow. But as I do that, I'm learning a few things, the government processes, the requirement of approval processes, and now as I go ahead to other countries and to other regions to now start developing for commercial purposes.
Fantastic. Unajituma homework, like you're going there and just making sure you're learning. But you know what? The people that I've met who deals with you, they are so passionate about you. They're talking about you in so much details. They are so happy. You know, your clients really can tell that they have really bought things from you that they're happy with. Tell me, in the UK this trip, what are you putting at the forefront? What are you selling to people?
What I decided this time, I'll add value to whatever land you're selling. I'll sell a vision to you. So for every plot of land that somebody is buying or investing, actually I don't sell land. I believe in providing investment opportunities. Because if I sell land, anybody can sell land. But in mine, I provide investment opportunities. And for every investment opportunity in a property you invest with us, I'm giving a free architectural drawing towards a dream that you can see what you can do in that land. If it's Nanyuki, you can do the A-frame villas. You can be able to develop an A-frame villa or A-frame cabin, because the future of our country is we have the Gen Zs coming up, the Gen Alpha coming up. These guys don't want to go for a holiday in a four-walled concrete house. They want to go somewhere they feel the feel of the environment. And that's why I came up with the A-frame concept. So if you check on all my flyers, for every plot you invest, I'm giving you a free design. I also asked my QS to give me the cost estimates, so that even if you don't ask us to develop for you, you know at least the cost that it can cost you to develop that cabin. Next is to also now provide villas for those investing in Diani and Naivasha. And also Naivasha, people are also doing those A-frame cabins. So we are providing such as an added advantage. And we also introduced the zero deposit. Zero deposit is to ensure that everybody can own a property as far as they are willing. Because if a property is going for 380,000, for instance, in Nanyuki, you just need to take 380 divided by 12. That is an average of 31,500. If you divide that by 165, which is the current rate of exchange, actually it's around 190 pounds.
190, yeah.
Can you imagine 190 pounds per month? I know that is money that most people who are willing to invest can actually get to have. Then now, because of the demand, I got other areas. So I have demand for Naivasha. So now we are in our phase 3 of Naivasha, which is going on very fast. Then we also have Diani. Diani came in as a demand from some women in Bristol. And I'm happy it took me to Diani, because now we are in our phase 3 as well. And this is within a span of less than a year. Meaning the demand is high, and then you just provide.
Yes.
Then finally we got some also demand for the affordable ones for 120, 150,000. So we went to Maridi, and in Maleleni we have some properties which are less than 3 kilometers from the Maleleni coastal line, that is the beach. And therefore, all these properties, we are trying to make sure we have ideas on what you can do on it. We don't just sell land. Selling land, anybody can sell land. But providing investment opportunities, and everybody has been doing it.
Yeah.
And the other thing we have also done, we are providing information, civic education. People perish for lack of knowledge. So in the last 3 months, we have been doing, every month we have been doing civic education. In the month of June, we had a lawyer, one of our lawyers came on board, and they were able to give us the presentation on legal issues of land ownership. And this is not only for Nyota Njema properties, but this helps us to have everybody. Even if you're not my clients, my desire is nobody loses money. Luckily, I'm the spokesperson for real estate stakeholders in Kenya. And this has helped me to realize that I don't need to only represent my own interest. I need to represent the interest of the industry. And therefore, if I can provide for the interest of the industry, we're able to bring a sane industry. Clients will not be conned when they go to invest, because they know what to ask. If it's a sale agreement document, they know how to look at it, what are the features to look at in a sale agreement. So even if they don't have a lawyer who is helping them notarize that document, they can be able to get confidence by the time they are investing within a company. Therefore, every month I committed, my team helped me in this. Like last month when they were doing it, I was having another parallel meeting in Liverpool. And I can tell you, when they were doing that, so many questions came on board, customers were helped, most people are not even my clients, but I was happy they joined, and that is the only way we can help people. Give information. It costs nothing to give information.
And you will convert them eventually because you'll be inclined to come back.
That's
You're
true.
not
That's
charging
true.
them.
That's
now
true.
you've really have got your roots in the diaspora. I can see that you're not going anywhere. Diaspora wanakupenda tubure tulipo tu.
Yeah, that's
Let
right.
us smile out of the fry. My question to you, what would you like to tell the diaspora? Because you've dealt with them. You've seen the issues we are struggling with. You've seen where we are. As somebody who's coming here to work with us, we are your customers.
Yes.
What would you like to tell the diaspora in terms of self-growth sometimes, or in terms of investing in Kenya? What would be your advice to people you've met in the United Kingdom and other areas? Because I know you've gone to many diaspora places.
Honestly, by God's grace, I've visited many countries outside Kenya, and I meet Kenyans everywhere I go. My advice to Kenyans in diaspora, east or west, and therefore, for me, I would advise somebody, especially those who came recently, please do not wait to earn a lot of money. This money you're earning, you're not earning it in Kenya or in Africa before. The truth is, you have gotten some money, and there is a 50-30-20 rule that is always given. 50% of your income when earning very little should go for your basic needs. When you have 30% going to wants and 20% going to investments. Now, when you have been used to such life, and you come in here and get some good money, my advice to you is now alternate that. 20% goes to your, or 25% goes to your basic needs, and 20% to wants. Then 55% of it, start investing in it, so that by the time you get retired, you know what I mean by retiring, you don't have the energy to do long shifts or long nights or long days or double shifts. When you don't have that opportunity or the energy, you can use the money that you have invested to actually enjoy your retirement. Because upon retirement, you have all the three options. The first option is, either matatu ya president. Three options. Number one, you retire to put on new tires. You retire at 55 or 60, you go and start another business on another shift. Number two, you retire you retire and start depending on your family or your children and your children's children. But number three, which is the worst, is get depressed because you cannot sustain the life you are living. You cannot go with Janet for an outing because you don't have enough cash. And anyway, it's true you are deprived of that cash based on the retirement. So with depression, the next thing is death.
Not my portion, and not your portion, viewers. So we need to make sure that we're investing,
Yeah.
But I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Please do.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yes.
A lot of people are buying this land and properties in Africa, and we are investing for our children.
Yes.
How do we convert that for the inheritance with kids who are not very conversant with Kenya? What can Nyota and Njema do and other real estate investors to make sure that our land and what we have really invested in Kenya trickle down to our children? Because I think a lot of people now are started to worry. We've lost a few people in the diaspora, and a lot of their kids are struggling to convert that inheritance into their own, into their own money. So what is your advice maybe, or what do you think we can do as diaspora to make sure that our children are ready to receive the land I buy in Diani?
Good. This is what I've been doing in one of our civic education topics, is how do you manage succession? And I'll give two reasons or two ways of doing it. Number one, when your daughter, your son gets to 18 years, please know they are now adults, and you should give them at least the interest to have citizenship in Kenya. When they have citizenship in Kenya, you form a company, the two of you or the three of you, or with all of your family. I mean nuclear family, not your brothers and sisters. This is yourself, your wife, your husband. Form a company and consolidate all your properties into that company, so that if any of you dies, nobody says that they are going to die before their children or whatever, but one of you will pass on. In case you die before your children, the only thing their children would need, they'll go to the registrar of companies and forward a signed affidavit that one of the directors has died, issue them with a copy of the death certificate, and the company will now be moved to another director. So that director who has already passed on will be removed, and that does not require any other succession. So all your properties still remain in the company, But now with your children being the directors without necessarily going through the whole legal process.
Yeah.
So it makes the work of managing succession very easy. And it also shows these guys, I know I have found your children, and not yours personally, but your generation's children, they don't have interest in Kenya. I just want to challenge you guys, start speaking good things about our country. And when you come for holidays, show them the good places of our country. Maybe the political atmosphere is not the best, but you can show them that there is investment opportunities. If you do such a cabin that I shared, people will come and see, hey, this is in Kenya. I want to go there. Yeah. Because the things we go to see in Turkey, the things we go to see in Portugal, are the things we want to bring in Kenya. So that people can feel Kenya is a hub of tourism. Yeah. Show them the positivity, because I believe you represent the face of Kenya. I believe I represent the investors in Kenya. And all of us, together we can make our generation, because I'm in that generation of people who say, I have nothing to do with Kenya. I'm telling them you have everything to do with Kenya. Because you have seen things happening in different countries. A president may come in, or a prime minister may come in and decide, you know what, you guys, there was Brexit, now we have Africa exit. So what do you do?
It can be very scary. By the way, when you're looking at the atmosphere and we're all thinking the same thing, so it came at the right time where people have got to change their interest back to Africa. Nyota Njema, thank you so much for being in the program today. Diaspora Speak, and you've heard succession. Make sure that you take these notes very seriously, because I know a lot of you have been asking these questions directly to the diaspora. Ongea na watu wako.
Great. My parting shot to you all is the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now. Because 10 years to come, you'll be asking yourself, I wish I did it. Or you'll be tapping your back and saying, I'm proud I did it. It is never how much you want to invest. It's the willingness to invest. When you start, the flow just flows. Just don't fear to start. Start now. Start with the little we have. We have properties which are going as low as 25,000 Kenya shillings per month. That is with zero deposit. Commit one. When I deliver that title deed to you, it will give you motivation to buy 2 more next time, and get to another project, At some time, I'll tell you, boss, you have invested enough in land. Start developing it. We work with you through the journey, and after all, we need to have passive income, at least 2/3 of our income. We need to have at least 2/3 of our passive income from whatever amount we were getting when we were working actively. So it's my time to tell you, don't retire to retire. Don't retire to be dependent on your children. Retire to enjoy your investment. Because the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now. And I'm Nyota Njema Real Estate to tell you, we light up the investment world. Join us. We have properties from Nanyuki, Ndiani, Naivasha, Malindi, Kitengera, Juja Farm, just to mention but a few. You cannot miss something from there. And you know what? Our numbers are down there. Please feel free to reach out to us, reach out to Janet, reach out to our friends who have invested with us. And the joy is when I will be delivering that title deed to where you are. I would be so happy to serve you, because our greatest joy is to see Kenyans happy. And when you come back home, you'll say, Nyota Njema made me an investor in the country. Thank you.
Wow, viewers, you've had, this is Nyota Njema. Even his name only, Perminus Kariuki, it's a very unique name, bringing unique solution to us in the diaspora. Kenya has changed. At time we used to get 60-year-old plus coming to sell us land analogically. Now we are talking about digitally. You can manage your credit digitally and pay for it and see it every time. So in terms of doing his homework, he has done his homework. In terms of doing what we like in the diaspora, that credibility and availability, he's available. I mean, just the other day, somebody registered, we were in an event, and within a few hours, somebody had already talked to them from Nyota Njema. So yes, I am excited about what the future holds. And Kenya is about giving opportunities to people who are bringing solution. Long we've been waiting for a solution in real estate, and the solution is right here with us. So let us engage, let us buy from Nyota Njema, and he's ready to answer your questions. Because when you're learning from each other, you work better, you really grow better. I'm so excited, and I know that we will hear much more from Nyota Njema, because he has not started yet. I believe what I'm seeing, the energy, the fujo, akufanya job, I'm telling you, I'm loving that energy. So until next time, viewers, let us say, get that property, get that plot.